All I'm trying to say is you can achieve a flawless makeup glam look with drugstore makeup. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Buki. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and also give this video a thumbs up. And if you're an old subscriber, welcome back as well. So on the channel today, we will be doing a full glam, a full face beat using drugstore makeup. Yes, like this has been on the list of videos, topics I have been saying that I would film, but today I decided to sit. And I also wasn't really sure if I had enough, drugstore makeup to actually pull this off. But surprisingly, I found products to achieve this full face beat. So that's what we're going to be doing on the channel. So I'll just show you guys how to achieve a flawless face beat without spending so much on high-end products. If that is your vibe, if you would love to learn, keep watching this video. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Before we get into the business of the day, what do you refer to as drugstore makeup? Drugstore makeup are products that are readily available, that are super affordable, and you can find them at specific stores, drugstores. So in the United Kingdom, you're thinking Superdrug. I think you're thinking Boots as well. In the United States, I think you'll find them at Walgreens, any drugstore basically, and they are super affordable. You could get a foundation as low as $5. You could get a blush for as low as $3. So drugstore makeup are products that are super affordable and readily available, specific to drugstores basically. In the United States, there's some drugstore makeup you actually find in stores like Walmart's, like Maybelline. Now you can find them at Walgreens, you can find them at drugstores, but you can also still find them at major stores as well. But the real thing is they are super affordable and they are readily available. So let's get into the business of the day. So the very first thing I want to do, I washed my face. I took a shower this morning and the only thing I applied was a toner. So now I will be going in with another toner but it's also kind of like an essence, because skin prep is also very, very important. You don't just go in with your makeup. You need to ensure that your skin is ready to take every product you're going to be applying. I'm going to be using this one. It's just random. I'm not going to say it's not a drugstore or whatever, but it's very, very, very affordable. It's Korean skincare, because RX is quite affordable and also readily available at all those Korean sites. So I'll just put that in, just dab it in, because I'm just trying to prep my skin to ensure that we have the most flawless look ever. And I'm so excited, like I can't believe I'm finally doing this. So can you see that your skin is already glowing? So imagine applying products on this. The next thing you want to do is to apply moisturizer. Moisturizer is also very super important. And this brand I'm going to be using, I think they're an international brand or maybe a Nigerian brand, but they are super affordable. Like I've known them since the days when I was in high school. They're called Classic, and I'll be using this one called the Complete Moisture Nourishing Hyaluronic with SPF. So perfect. This one has SPF as well. So I just take some, apply the moisturizer, just dab it in as well. So skin is properly moisturized, as you guys can see. The next thing I will be doing is to apply my primer. What are primers used for? They kind of like give you a matte finish and also helps reduce shine. Also helps your makeup stay on your face properly. And there are different types. So the one I'll be using for the purpose of this video is this one from Milani. And it's the No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer. Yes. So it gives you a matte finish. All I just do is to apply it to areas where I tend to sweat a lot, also known as my T-zone. So I'm just going to apply that bit in. Now that the skin is prepped, we're going in with my foundation. And this foundation, even on days where I use, high-end powder or concealers, this foundation stands out. And when I tell people I'm wearing a Drugstore foundation, they never really believe. And in fact, this is the only Drugstore foundation I use and I have been using for years. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Foundation. Excellent. I am in the shade 340 Cappuccino. I'm just using a regular brush to apply, so I just start dabbing this in. The shade match, can you guys see the shade match is really something else. So just start dabbing it in. Don't, how do I put it, you should not be aggressive while applying, so just dab this in. Just dab this in. Can you guys see? If you want super full coverage, you can layer the foundation. I also wanted to mention that Classic has this sweat guard. It really helps with sweat control. We are moving on to the brows, and I will be using the OG Davis pencil. This is from a Nigerian brand. I don't know if they are, you can get them abroad, but I think so many African stores actually carry them. So I have two different shades, 18 and 3. Just regular brow pencil. I even use them as lip liners. So when I went to Nigeria, if I get anyone coming here, I usually kind of like buy two packs for 2 different colors, and I think it's usually 12 in a pack. So this is what we're going to be using to do my brows. You also have to prep your brows, and I'm going to be using, I think we have brow gels, we have different things or different types of products you can use to prep your brows. I'm going to be using this one. It is called the Edge Fixer Glue. Sorry, I know it is an Edge Fixer Glue, but it does an amazing job. And this one is from the brand called Kiss. Kiss is also a super affordable brand. Here they have like eyeshadow glue. I think they have other makeup products as well. So I'm just using this regular, yes, just to brush my brows in place. Next thing I want to do is to just go over that with a regular powder. It could also be a setting powder, to just dab that in a little bit. Okay, just something regular to just, I start to trace my brows. And sometimes I like to mix the two colors because one is darker and one is lighter. But I'm using the darker one right now. As Maybelline also has pencils that you can actually use, like different brands have pencils. I go back in with my brush just to brush everything and ensure like my brows are properly filled. Once that is done, I need to clean up my brows, and I will be using this concealer from Rimmel. This is what the applicator looks like. So I just begin to conceal my brows. So you have to ensure that you also blend in. I also want to clean the top. I will be going back in with my foundation just to clean the top a little bit. Honestly, on days where I'm not doing a full glam, I use my foundation, the same foundation, to clean up my brows, both top and bottom, just to give that more, let's say, flawless look. One thing I also like to do is to apply my concealer or foundation on my lid, just a little. And sometimes, even after applying this, I might not apply a primer. I'll be using this primer from Milani for my eyes. It'll serve as the perfect base for my eyeshadow. And I like to use my finger to just apply and just tap it in over my lid. Just let that dry a little bit. Let me show you eyeshadow options while we wait. This is from Revolution Beauty, and it is a face palette, although it works for highlighting, contour, blush, but it can also serve as a eyeshadow palette, right? And then this one as well, I got it from Ulta Beauty, and it is from the brand called J Cat Beauty. I think it is also super affordable. It wasn't expensive, even though Ulta is not a drugstore. And then I have my blush from Wet n Wild. It can also serve as the perfect eyeshadow. To go into this palette, it serves as your contour, highlight, and blush. But like I said, I'll be using it for my eyeshadow. I just begin to go into the crease of my eyes. And then I go in with Wet n Wild, using a regular brush as well. And then just tap this in gently, lightly. So any shade, any color works for you, depending on what look you're going for. So just tap this in. My eyeshadow is done. I'm going in with my liner. This one is from e.l.f. It's a blue eyeliner, super affordable, probably like $3 or $5. I can't remember, but that is what we're using today. Fun fact, I bought this eyeliner by mistake. I was looking for a black one. I couldn't even tell. I didn't know that it was blue. It was when I now started using it. I now liked the vibe, and blue eyeliner here to stay for sure. I go back in with this palette. Since we're doing a full glam, might as well just go all out to apply some shimmers to match my pink eyeshadow. We're gonna be contouring and highlighting with my concealers from Rimmel. I got them the last time I traveled to the United Kingdom, and I'm so obsessed, and they're called the Multitasker Concealer. So perfect, excellent choice. I start blending in because I don't want no harsh lines. And I'm just tapping. Then here as well, I just tap. Blending out is super, you have to blend though. I'm going in with my damp beauty blender to just blend out, you know, the contour to avoid harsh lines. This concealer dries up pretty fast, so I just want to start blending in. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a brush to just tap. So you can see I'm just tapping. I go in with my beauty blender as well and start to just tap, just the tip. Tap to avoid any harsh lines. Tap. Just tap the areas I highlighted. Going with some concealer again, just here. A little bit, and that's that, and just start dabbing. Setting my concealer with this Milani. And I'm using the shade medium. I used the darker shade, I think warm, for my brows earlier. I don't know if you remember. I'm applying this blush from Wet n Wild Beauty. It is such a gorgeous shade. I then blend with my beauty blender as well, because we don't want no harsh lines. Like, blending really is key, trust me. I'm going back in with this palette, just let me show you, just to add some color to my lower. I then go back in with my eyeliner. I prefer using liners, liquid liners, for my waterline, because I realized that when I was using pencils, it was always tearing me up, or it probably will not last all day when I am outside, or if I cry by any chance. So liquid liners just help. But I'm just going to ensure that my wing is winging. Now I'm going in with my mascara from CoverGirl, and it is their lash pumping mascara. I'm also going to use this one from Rimmel. It is called the Wonder Bond Bonding Serum Mascara. So obsessed. Honestly, on days where I'm just doing like regular everyday makeup, I just use mascara and I don't wear lashes. But since this is full glam, I will be wearing my lashes. So we're going into my lashes, and I got this pack from TikTok shop, super affordable. It probably would count as drugstore, super affordable. My lash glue is this one from Duo. Honestly, lash application is usually the most stressful part for me. So guys, I had to go fix my lashes off camera because it was already beginning to stress me and I was already tearing up. So I didn't want that to ruin my makeup. I'm going in with this setting powder, and probably the best drugstore setting powder I have used. It is from Wet n Wild Beauty, and it is their Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to use that with a puff to just apply on areas we used my concealer. I'm just going to start blending that off with any brush. I'm gonna go in with a brush that has some powder on it, just to blend out my eyeshadow some more. Just ensure no concealer is any. So I'm going in with these two powders from Milani to set my entire face, the shade Warm and Medium. Dabbing this on my face. These are the only drugstore powders I use. I also want to add some more blush, and I'll be using the same one from Wet n Wild Beauty. I also like to blend out my blush with my blender, just a little bit. This setting spray from Classic as well, and it is their Mist and Fix makeup fixing spray. I also have this one from Revolution. can use more than one. Best of both worlds. So I'm just gonna let that dry up on my face. While I'm waiting for the spray to dry, I just try to clean my lips from the whole foundation, concealer, powder, whatever it is, just a regular cotton pad. And then I apply Vaseline or any balm on my lips so it just preps my lips for whatever lipstick or gloss I decide to use. Now I'm going to be highlighting my face for that extra glow, and I'm using this one from e.l.f. It is called the Apricot Glow Setting Spray. I just apply it on the brush. I just dab it. And in my nose as well. It's time for the lips, and I'm going to be using this liner from Maybelline. I think it is their something tattoo liner. I'll leave the name in the... I'll just begin to line my lips. I'm using one of my pencils that I use on my brows to just add some more color. I just blend that in. I will be using my absolute favorite drugstore lip cream. This one is from NYX Cosmetics and in the shade Abu Dhabi. Awesome, the perfect nude lipstick. I'm going to be applying this lip gloss. It is not your typical drugstore lip gloss. I just categorize it under drugstore makeup because it's super affordable, so cheap. Got it in Nigeria, and I don't have a drugstore lip gloss, and I want my lips to be much more glossy than it is at the moment. And it is called Absolute Long Lasting Lip Gloss. Holy Grail, guys, Holy Grail. The last thing I want to do is to apply my mascara. All I'm trying to say is you can achieve a flawless makeup glam look with drugstore makeup. Flawless, excellent, drugstore wear. I love drugstore makeup, and I just love how accessible they are. We have come to the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What is this giving? Is it giving drugstore? Do you guys like it? I am so obsessed. Long story short, you can achieve an amazing look. You can achieve full glam with drugstore products, and you can also use products you have for multiple uses, right? For example, I use my highlight palette as my eyeshadow. There's just so much. You can also use your eyeshadow for, depending on the palette you have, you can also use it for your highlighter. You know, you can also use your concealer or your foundation as your eyeshadow base. You know, there's just so much you can do with your products. We've come to the end of this video. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this look, this bit. Is it giving? Will you be trying out things I did? And will you also be trying out the products I used in this video? Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on post notifications, and also let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I actually have some products in PR, makeup products that I would like to use and I would like to show you guys. Take care, bye.